What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. So what do we have in front of us today? Thank you to Eric, my partner, who has provided me with the TCR slotless racing car set. The racing cars and racing tracks, they don't have any slots. They just have these tabs on here that is powered by this is a 24 volt AC that pulses 12 volt DC. So essentially it sends 12 volts to the cars, but it's pulsing, so it has phase control. It's like an AC power supply. Where I got that information is somewhere on the website. It's hard to see these pictures here, but basically the car motors are 3-pole DC motors. Although there is AC power supply, each controller is fitted with a diode. The diode is well, I can see better with these things off. By the way, this is a good time to say, please subscribe to our channel. We really are getting close to 1,000. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we will be giving away a different race slot car. We'll also have some t-shirts when we get to a point where we can monetize to pay for the t-shirts and all this stuff. So diode, there's a diode here in this switch, because this is the switch that switches from reverse to forward, and the diode basically changes the phase of the power. Let me see, what does it say here? The diode creates pulsed DC to the motor armature at the brushes at the train rails. So one lead is AC, and the other one is common. Now when the cars are running at full speed, each car can draw 250 milliamps or more, and this particular power supply can only reach 670 milliamps. So that means that with 2 cars running and maybe 1 or 2 more jam cars running, this power pack is near its limit. So essentially one car operation will affect the other. So the solution is to get a bigger capacity transformer, 20 to 24 volt AC with 2 amps or more. That is about 40 VA, 40 volt amps. Another solution is to use 2 car central 20 volt power packs, one for each car. What you do in this case is use two of these terminal tracks, and you wire them directly to each one of the tracks, so each controller has its own power pack. Now, that's a long-winded way of saying that that's how all the power works on these things. Now, the other thing I want to show you is that some of these cars have all 3 contacts, and all 3 will mean this will be all power. These things will continue to go, whereas the other ones will be with the controller. It has the outside, and then it also has, in this case the truck has 2 on the inside. And you can see how dirty these are. So I tried cleaning a little bit, but that's now the problem that we have is, it's a good time to get the coffee. The problem that we have is that as I plug in the power and I get my trusty multimeter, I want to measure power. Now, what we've got here, I don't know if you can see this quite well. Bring this a little closer. Okay, so at the power to the track, we should have about 21 volts. Look at that, 20 volt, 21 volts. And so that means that there's 21 volts on the outside, on this track and on this track, and to common. You can check that by going from power to one of these tracks, and there it is there, and one on the outside, right there. So there's power there coming in from this jack. The problem that we have is that from these controllers, the inside, I don't think that those blade spade terminals are actually connecting well in here. We're going to try that right now and see if we get power. I have to hold this. This is where I need another pair of hands. I'm going to try this. And we put one on power, and I'll pull this throttle, put that on top, pull the throttle all the way down, and look at the middle. I'm not getting any power there at all, even when I got the throttle pulled. But if I measure here, yes there is. So next step is to take this out and try it at the second position. Once again, throttle pulled. Oh, I didn't try this the other way. I gotta try that. Throttle pulled, on power, no voltage. So switch it. Throttle pulled. No. So what I'm gonna do. Move these aside for now. And I'm going to show you back this controller again. Move this diode out of the way. And so this here is when we pull, I'll try not to have this fall apart. When we pull the throttle here, this is a rheostat. It's like a big resistor. So the amount of power that goes through full throttle, and no throttle. So I'm going to clean this as well, and clean the contacts underneath there. It is making good contact, but I do want to make sure that's clean, and clean the copper that's here with. Now I do have some emery cloth for the contacts of each of the cars I got to clean, and I don't have any alcohol. I have Canadian rye whiskey. That should do, right? Isopropyl alcohol, I know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trusty soldering iron that's been patiently warming up here, and I'm going to solder the wires directly. Unplug the power first. Yes, okay, don't forget. And I'll power it, wire it up directly, and that should bring power to the tracks. And hopefully we'll be able to run the cars. So I gotta get another shot of that. Do we have any more alcohol? Okay, I'll be right back. Gotta get some alcohol. Okay, I've gone ahead and soldered the controller wires directly. In other words, I removed the wires and I can connect it back up together if needed, because I don't think that those connections are very good in there, because I can't get at it because it's molded. Too bad you can't just open it up and squeeze them together. But anyways, so what I've done is gone ahead and soldered one wire to the common rail, which is this guy here, which is right there, which goes to where the controller goes, and the other side of course is ganged together as power. So I put it on power, and unfortunately I have tried the controller wires. Switch all the way down. Nothing at all. I've cleaned best as I could. You see, it's pretty clean. Used some emery cloth, and still no power there at all. And yes, if you're wondering, you know that there's power. A little touchy. Now you see, you touch it back here. Anyways, we know that there's power coming into the main thing. It's not getting to the track. And without power to the start-finish track where it comes in, it's not going to get anywhere else. So, if anybody knows how, could it be the controllers? Well, I've done my continuity checks, and I have done that. So, tried it on the other one. So yeah, if anybody knows how to solve this problem of getting power from the power adapters and the controllers to the track on the TCR Tyco Control Racing, drop us a comment, and I would appreciate your advice. And once again, don't forget to subscribe.